I am Prasanna G, Assistant Professor from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, MIT, Mysore. Subject name is Introduction to the Web Programming, and the subject code is BPLCK 105. This Introduction to the Web Programming subject, which deals with the web technology. What do you mean by the web technology? The web technology is a technology which deals with the various tools, various language, various framework which are used to design and maintain the web page and web based application is called as the web technology. It deals with the number of technology, language and framework which are used to design the web page, and web based application is called as web technology. What do you mean by the web page? Web page is nothing but a hypertext documents and is attached to a World Wide Web is called as web page. The web page basically divided into two types. One is called as a static web page and second one is called as dynamic web page. Static web page and second one is called as dynamic web page. The next question is, what do you mean by the website? The website is a collection of web page called as website. Collection of the web pages are called as website. Whenever the web developer is going to develop the particular website or web-based application, basically the function of the web developer is divided into two types, two parts. Okay, web development is divided into two functions or two parts. One is called as the front end web page. Front end web page. The second one is called as back end web page. Back end web page. Web page. The front end web page is also called as client side web page. Client side web page. The back end web page is also called as server side web page. What do you mean by the front end web page? What are the web page we can visible called as, this kind of the web page is called as the front end web page. Whenever you are going to Google MIT, we'll get the MIT website. In that website, we'll get the information about the MIT college. This kind of the web pages are called as the front end web page or client side web page. Next, second one, back end web page. Back end web page means what are the data you are entered in the front end web page, that data will be stored in the server side called as the back end web page. The front end web page implemented or designed by using the HTML. Second language is called as CSS. Last one is called as JavaScript. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, these are the language which are used to design the front end web page. Next, back-end web page languages are C++, Java, Python, Perl, .NET, database, etc. These are the language which are used to design the back-end web page. This subject only deals with how to design the front-end web page using the HTML program, using JavaScript, using CSS. Okay, before start the module 4, first I will explain what is HTML and what are the different versions of the HTML, and what is element and what is the syntax of element. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This HTML invented by Tim Berners-Lee. Totally, we have different kinds of the HTML versions. First one, the HTML1, HTML2, HTML3, HTML4, HTML5, and next version is XHTML. These are the different versions of HTML. The first version is called as HTML1, HTML2, HTML3, HTML4, HTML5, XHTML. Most commonly used version is HTML5. The HTML program or HTML documents contains a number of HTML tags or HTML element. Okay, every HTML program is made by the HTML element or HTML tags. What do you mean by the HTML element or HTML tags? With the help of this HTML tags or HTML element, you are going to tell to the web browser how to display the data on the web page, called as HTML element or HTML tags. With the help of this tags, you are going to tell to the browser how to display the data on the web page. What is the syntax of the HTML element? Okay, simple example. HTML tag, syntax for HTML tag, tag name followed by the content here, and then end of the tag name. the syntax of the HTML element, tag name followed by the content here. What are the content, what are the data we need to display on the web page, that is written in between the starting tag and the ending tag. One example, tag name P, and then we are MIT faculty, and then end of the paragraph. Okay, using this paragraph we are going to display the some text of data on the web page. What is the text of data? We are MIT faculties. Some element contains attributes. Okay, the exact syntax of the HTML tag. One example, H1 class equal to primary, and then end affected content, and then end of the H1. In this example, the H1 is the tag name. H1 is the tag name. This H1 tag contains the attribute is called as the class. Class is the attribute name. Class is the attribute name, and then primary is the attribute value, and then this is the content. Next, this is the start tag of the H1 up to here, the starting tag, and then the class and primary makes the attribute, and this is the content here, and then the end of the H1. Okay, ending tag, starting tag of H1, and then starting tag close, and then content here, and then ending tag. Complete here to here is called as HTML element. Are called as HTML tags. Okay, this H1 to the end of the H1 is called as HTML element or HTML tag. Module 1 deals with the various versions of the HTML, and then how to write the HTML program, and how to save the HTML program, and how to execute the HTML program, and what are the rules which are used to write the HTML program. These are the content of the module 1. The module 2, the next version of the HTML is called as the XHTML, how to write the XHTML program, and how to save the XHTML program, and what are the difference between the HTML program and the XHTML program. The module 3, which deals with the cascading style sheet, how to decorate the web page using the CSS. with respect to the various element. That is the module 3. Module 4 is a table and CSS, one chapter. The second chapter, links and image. This fourth module completely deal with how to create the table on the web page and how to decorate the various attributes of the table by using the cascading style sheet, and how to create the links on the web page, and how to create the image on the web page. This is the content of the module 4. First, I will explain the table, what do you mean by the table, and what are the elements are used to create the table on the web page. First topic name, table. Table is nothing but the data is represented in the form of rows and columns is called as table. Table is nothing but the matrix of rows and columns, and intersection of the rows and columns is called as cell. The intersection of rows and columns is called as cell. What are the elements used to create the table? The root element is table. Root element is table, and then followed by the table row, table, tr element, table row, followed by the table data element is called as td, and then end of the tr, end of the td, and then followed by end of the tr, followed by the end of the root element td. These are the elements: table, tr, td. These are the elements are used to create the table on the web page. Okay, I will write down complete program. Doc type HTML, and then followed by the root element HTML, followed by the head part, then followed by the title. This is my first web program. And then end of the title. Next, end of the head. Next part is body part. Inside the body part, you are going to write the table elements. The first element is, root element is called as table, followed by the tr. I want to create this table. tr, and then followed by the td. Inside the td, first I am going to write the serial number, and then end of the first TD, and then next one TD. Inside the second TD, I am going to write the student name, and then end of the TD, and next continuation, one more TD, internal marks or IA marks, and then end of the TD, and then one more TD within the first TR, TD, external marks, end of the TD, one more TD, total marks, end of the TD, and end of the first table row. Next, first row is created by using the TR. Now I am going to enter the data into the table by using TR followed by the TD. The first column in the first row, serial number. First I am going to enter the serial number 1, and then end of the TD, and then next field is second column in the first row, student name. First name is Rajesh, and then end of the Rajesh data, and then next IMRs, Rajesh IMRs is 40, and then end of the TD. After that, the external marks, TD, external marks 60, and then end of the TD, and total marks TD, write on the TD, 40 plus 60, 100, and then end of the TD, and end of the second table row. And next I want to insert the one more candidate data by using TD, the serial number is 2, and then TD, and then the candidate name is Shashank, and then end of the candidate name, and then next field of data is IMRs 39, and then end of the TD, and next data is external marks 61, and then end of the TD, and next total marks TD, total marks 39 plus 61, 100, and end of the TD, and then end of the second row of data. Next I want to insert the one more candidate data by using the TR, then followed by TD. First field is serial number 3, and then end of the serial number data, and next followed by the Mahesh, candidate name is Mahesh, and then end of the Mahesh data. Next field is internal mass TD 45, and then end of the internal mass, and then we need to enter the external mass 60, and then end of TD, and total mass 105, end of the total mass and end of the third row. And last, the end of the root element is called as table. Next one, the end of the body, and then end of the HTML. End of the HTML. This is the HTML program to create the table on the web page. Now I am going to explain how the program will be executed. The first element is doc type HTML. Doc type HTML element which specify the which kind of the versions of the HTML you are going to use or you are going to write. The doc type stands for documentation type. What kind of the documentation you are going to write? The HTML1 version or HTML2 version or HTML3 version or HTML4 version, HTML5 version or XHTML. The doc type HTML specify the default version called as the HTML5. And the next element is HTML. This is the root element of the HTML program or HTML documents. And next, under the HTML root element, we have two parts. Okay, the HTML is a root element. Under the HTML root element, we have two components. One is called as the head component. The second one is called as the body component. Under the HTML, we have two components. First one is called as the head component. The second one is called as the body components. What do you mean by the head? The head of the HTML program contains the meta information about the HTML program or some general information about the HTML program is called as the head of the HTML program. And this head part of the HTML program not a mandatory, it is a optional. Without this head part of the HTML program, we will get the output. Next, what do you mean by the body? The body contains what are the data we need to display on the web page. That data will be written inside the body of the HTML program using the various elements like the headings tags H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 and some paragraph tags, image tag, table row tag, TR tag, using the table tag, using horizontal rule, going to create the data on the web page. This body of the HTML program acts as a data warehouse. This is The head is a meta information. The body part is a, okay, acts as a data warehouse. What are the data we need to display on the web page? Okay, that data will be written inside the body of the HTML program. The first one, with the help of this doc type HTML, you are going to specify you are going to use the HTML5 elements. And next one is root element, and next followed by the head. Under the head element, we have the one more element is called as title. Okay, this is the title of the HTML program, and this title will be appear on the top right side corner of the web browser. Okay, this is the web browser. This is the web page. What is the text written inside the title, that will be displayed on this part. This is what is the text written inside the title, that will be displayed here only. Next, end of the head, and then next part is the body part. The main intention of this program to create the table on the web page. First element is body. Inside the body, we have the table. With the help of the table, you are going to create the table on the web page, and then table is followed by the tr element. Tr stands for table row. Using this tr, you are going to create the table row, and then after creating the first table row, we need to enter the data into the first row. The first data is serial number. That is done by using the td element. Td stands for the table data. With the table data element, you are going to insert or enter the data into the table. Serial number, and then end of the serial number data, and next we need to insert the student name in the first column. Yes, name, student name, and then end of the student name, and then I need to write the IMRs in the third column in the first row. That is done by using the td. Inside this td and ending td, IMRs, and then continuation. And in the next column, in the first row, I want to write the external marks. That is done by using the td, and then end of the td, corresponding td, and then one more td, and then in the last column in the first row, I need to write the total marks. That is done by using the td, and end of the total marks td, and then end of the first table row. Now, after executing this element, you will get the table like this. Get the table like this. First one is name, serial number, student name, followed by IMRs, followed by external marks, and then final marks. First row created. serial number, student name, his name, next IA marks, external marks, final mark, total marks. Okay, by executing this first tier, you will get the first row on the web page. Next, I need to enter the 3 candidates data into the table by using the TR, and then now I need to enter the serial number 1, that is done by using the TD. Inside the TD and ending TD, I return 1. Okay, after that the candidate name is Rajesh, and then end of the Rajesh TD, and then I want to enter the IMRs 40, and then external marks 60 and total marks 100 for the first candidate. Okay, after executing this table row, okay, you will get 1 under the serial number, and the student name get Rajesh, and then IA marks 40 and external marks 60, and then total marks 100. Next, in the next tag, TR tag, using this TR tag, you are going to insert the Shashank details into the table. The serial number is 2, the candidate name is Shashank. And then the internal marks 39, external marks 61, and next total marks 100. In the next year, we have the data of the candidate name is, student name is called as Mahesh. Okay, next 3, candidate name, student name Mahesh, internal marks 45, external marks 65, total marks 105. And then end of the element, table element, followed by the end of the body, and then end of the root element HTML. After executing this program, you'll get the web page like this. We'll get the web page that contains the table content, and how to insert the table into this table, or sorry, how to create the table to this data. That is done by using the one attribute of the table is called as border. Okay, inside the table, just write on the border, and border is the attribute of table, and border is the attribute of the table, and 2 is the value of the border attribute, and then end of table. After writing this border is equal to 2, we will get the table like this. This is the output of the HTML program. Next, what are the data entered in this table? All font have the same font size, font color. I want to make the first row data into a headings. Okay, I want to convert this serial number normal text into a heading text, serial number like this. Headings, table headings. I want to create the first row normal text into a table heading. That is done by using the element is called as th. The th element stands for table headings. Okay, in this table, the first row is the table heading data. The table heading data is done by using the th element. In the first row, we have the serial number data and then yes name, IAMars, internal mars, external mars and total mars. This all text written inside the TD. Just replace the TD. Just replace the TD into a TH. What are the text? What are the data written in between the TH, starting TH and ending TH? That data will be displayed on the web page in heading format. Next, similar. Just remove the TD to TH and then ending of the TH, TD, TH, end of the TH, TH, end of the TH, one more TH and then end of the TH. These are the three elements which are used to create the table on the web page. First one, main root element is the table, followed by the table row, followed by the table headings, followed by the table data.